Now, I have first established to us that priesthood started with Aaron, the Levite. And we read together the essence of that priesthood to minister unto me in the temple or in the tabernacle. After they built the tabernacle then. So that was the essence. In fact, he got the tabernacle Leviticus. You know, Leviticus is talking about the Levitical priesthood. What they are expected to do, their rules. You will understand the rules of this priest. But the core one that is important to all of us here is what? The fact that they were chosen to minister to the Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Are you following? They were chosen to minister to the Lord. Now, I want us to understand something that, okay, after Saul, we had David, right? Then after David, we had what? Solomon. Now, that is our first lesson here is based on Solomon's kingship. Okay, let me say Solomon's ruling and the building of the temple thereabout. But now, do we understand that the difference between the kingship of Saul and Solomon is different? Sorry, that's pathology now. That doesn't make sense. What I wanted to say was, do you know that there is a difference between the kingship of Saul and Solomon? Hallelujah. Can someone tell me the difference here? Can someone tell me? Don't forget, it was God that still kind of anointed Saul when they troubled him. And thereabout. In fact, he spoke, he functioned as a prophet when he became that thing. But I'm saying that, do you know that there is a difference between the kingship of Saul and Solomon? What is the difference? David. Hallelujah. 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 David was the difference between what? The reigning of Saul and what? And Solomon. Because a covenant has never been made with the kingdom of Israel. I'm talking about the throne of Israel when Saul was existing. But when David came into power, God made an eternal, and whenever we hear eternal like that, we don't think about what was happening recently like that. Just know that about the Bible, when you are studying the Bible, Old Testament preferably, when you say anything eternal, just know that it's not something about that. There is a deeper spiritual meaning to it. Anything eternal. Hallelujah. And so God made a deeper and eternal covenant with David that transcends to his children. And so that changes everything. In fact, that, I remember God mentioned it last week concerning the fact that when God divided the kingdom of Israel, because of that covenant that he made with David, he still was preserved too for what? The house of David. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm just trying to establish a baseline here. Now, what happened to the kingship of Saul? And if Saul suffered that consequence, David also tried, Solomon also tried the same thing, yet did not suffer that consequence. Let's open our Bible, 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 13, verse 9, verse 13, verse 9, verse 12, and verse 13.
And Saul said,
okay,
bring either a burnt offering to me.
And Saul said, bring a burnt offering.
And peace offerings.
Okay.
And he offered the burnt offering.
And he offered the burnt offering.
Verse 12.
Okay.
Therefore said I,
okay,
the Philistine will come down upon me to Gilgal.
Okay.
And I have not made supplication unto the Lord.
And I have not made supplication unto the Lord.
I forced myself therefore.
I forced myself.
And offered a burnt offering.
And I offered the burnt offering. King Samuel.
And Samuel said to Saul,
okay,
thou hast done foolishly.
You have done foolishly.
Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God.
You have not kept the commandment of the Lord,
which he commanded thee.
Okay.
For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever.
Hallelujah. Let's not even go. See, forever. Okay, read it. Interesting.
For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever.
Forever, okay.
But now thy kingdom shall not continue.
Do you understand the plan? That for whatever king comes, there will be an establishment of the covenant of what? A forever kingdom. Sorry, kingship. an unexpected thing. That was what? Taken away. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
We are going somewhere. That was what? Taken away. And that was why I said that if David coming into picture totally changed it. And let's think about it. What Saul did, he offered prayers to the Lord, one offering for the war. It was not bad humanly. But yet Samuel said he transgressed the covenant of the Lord. 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 1. Let's now see what Solomon did. But he has been doing that, but I just want to read that particular one.
Now,
Okay.
when Solomon had made an end of praying,
Okay.
the fire came down from heaven
Okay.
and consumed the burnt
He
offering.
consumed the burnt offering. Solomon offered in fact, the first 2 Chronicles chapter 1 that we read too. We also add that. Solomon did the same thing that Saul did. But yet, the prayer of Solomon was even answered. And God, if you now read the later part of that first lesson, you see that God was now making covenant with him. Hallelujah.
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 And so there is a difference in this. Saul could not function both in the office of a priest and a king. Saul can never function at that point that he offered that sacrifice. At what? At the office of a king and a priest. That was the covenant. So that was what was transgressed. And what? The judgment of the Lord came concerning the existence of his kingdom. But then we now see Solomon. Okay, I said before that priests are supposed to offer sacrifices and prayer for the people. We've learned that. Right? Now, I'm now saying that no other person is expected at that time to do that. It's only the one that can even access the Holy of Holies. But when Solomon now came into the picture, even as a king, he could function in the office of a priest. Okay, they didn't really put it like that. But the activities that he performed. Okay, let's quickly read second lesson, 1 and 2. You will see what I'm talking about. The priests are not even reading. First, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 1 and 2. I think okay, yeah.
Now, when Solomon had made an end of praying,
Okay.
the fire came down from heaven
Okay.
and consumed the burnt offerings and the sacrifices.
Okay.
And the glory of the Lord filled the house.
And the glory of the Lord filled the house.
And the priest could not enter into
He
the house
could
of the
not
Lord.
enter. Do you understand what that means? The priest that ought to what? Perform this function that Solomon just successfully did. You know, when you don't understand the background of that, then you have to read 6. That was when he made all those prayers, even for strangers. So, at that point, we begin to understand that what? There is a possibility for the existence of what? Kingship and priesthood in a man. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There is a possibility for the existence of kingship and priesthood in a man. And that was when we started seeing the fulfillment gradually. Not really fulfillment. We started seeing signs, shadows of things that will happen in the Old Testament. Because a man started what? Ruling as a king, and he could also offer prayers to God and sacrifice. Okay, let's move forward. But let's quickly read Exodus chapter 19 verse 6. Very fast. Exodus chapter 19 verse 6.
And you be my kingdom of priests,
Okay,
my holy nation.
my holy nation.
It's a message you must give to the people of Israel.
Exodus was the second book of the Bible that was given to Moses. Now Moses was talking about a kingdom and priesthood here, even without the manifestation yet. But now when Israel, especially with David, importantly with David, we begin to see the existence of this one thing in a man, such that